All right, I think we're live, Raylan, but once again, this time I'm talking a little bit quieter so that I don't startle her. I have a tendency of talking too loud at first, so it startles her, makes her jump a little bit. But I think if I start off by whispering and then kind of gradually increase my volume, she won't be startled this time like she was yesterday. All right, so today we're going to be showing how we usually upload videos. So I've kind of showed the process through which we've done some of these things. Like I showed the process by which I edit the video. Then I showed the process by which I edit a thumbnail for the video. And then yesterday, Tara asked, so how's it look like whenever you're actually adding end screens to a video? So I'm going to get to that here in just a second. But I also wanted to show just the process by which we just upload the video in general, because whenever I add end screens, that's part of that process. It's kind of one of the last things that I do. So here is what I do. So I need to share my screen with you while I do this. But here we are. Here is YouTube Studio. And I probably need to move this for a second at least. Because I start by clicking this button here in the top right corner. I click Create. Then I click Upload Videos. So and then from that point, I'm going to move me back over here. Here we go. So at that point, then, whenever I click Upload Videos, and make sure I can see myself here. There we go. All right. Then I click Select Files. Then I find the file where I edited. So right now we're in Raylan's channel. And once again, I have a horrible structure that I keep all these videos in. But I need to scroll all the way down in the vlog channel. Are you making noises? Are you yawning? Are you sleepy? Am I talking too loud? Am I trying to? Are you staying up because I'm sleeping? Because I'm talking too loud? All right. So anyway, the video that I edited yesterday. Let's see. Was it? I guess it was this one. Yeah. So this is the one we're uploading today. And I think what I wanted to call it is, and let me know if you think this is a compelling title. I think I want to call the video, hey, Brittany, hey, Ben, we're doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. I think I want to call it what, or maybe not what, how to know what she likes. Let me know. Is that a compelling title for a video? Is that something that you would click if you read that? How to know what she likes. Another alternative title I thought of was something like, what does she like? Or something like that. What do you think? I'm trying to think of a good title that kind of hints at how to know, how do we know if she likes something or not? And maybe this word she is not even the best either. I don't know what non-verbal child likes. Oops, I keep on hitting the print button. What do you think? Is that a good title? How to know what a non-verbal child likes. I think it's pretty good. What do you think? How to know what a non-verbal child likes. That's probably a good start. Sometimes I'll have a title and I'll kind of come back to it. But that's kind of what I've been thinking whenever I was finishing the video. I kind of thought this is kind of the direction I wanted to go with the video. How to know what a nonverbal child likes. I think that's pretty good. All right, so then I will add a description and I'll just say something like, once again, that's similar to that. So I'll say, today we did a little experiment. If you saw our video about yesterday, hey Helen, we're doing pretty good. Oh, really? What's the holiday? You're on vacation. So are you from like the European area? I know the European area uses the word holiday for vacation. When we say holiday, we usually mean it's a specific like day, you know what I mean? But I've learned that other parts of the world, they use the word holiday for meaning vacation. So what part of the world are you in, and what are you doing for your vacation, for your holiday? I do a little, I think I've mentioned before many times that I do some English Well, I did. I haven't done this in a while, but I have done English as a second language lessons online. So when people, I usually would teach children in China, but if they had learned some English from people in England, a lot of times they would use the word holiday instead of vacation. So I would correct. Well, I would say correct, but you okay, sweetie? Are you coughing? Do you need me to suction you? I think she's okay. I'm just gonna get it ready just in case. Just in case, we'll get this ready, okay? Okay. Okay. Oh, England, yeah. So, yeah, I would talk to people who learned some English from people in England, and I would say, yeah, they say it that way in England or say it that way in other countries, but in America, we would say vacation rather than holiday. Yeah. So yeah, we had that. I've had that discussion with many people. Okay, so the description, I would say something like, today we did a little experiment to see what our daughter likes. This is how we often can tell if she likes something or not. And then that description just kind of is a 2-sentence summary of the video. And then I don't really go into too much other than that. I'll let the video usually speak for itself at that point. So then there's a paragraph that invites people to be channel members. And then there's all the other stuff below that in terms of like pointing people in other directions for our channel. So let's find that thumbnail that I made yesterday. And if you want to see how we make videos, make thumbnails, then you can check out the live that I had yesterday. And that live will kind of show, well, it shows exactly how we made this video. I did make a couple itty bitty small tweaks after I finished that video. I think I increased the contrast just a little bit more. And I made, and I don't know if this is a huge deal or not, but I made this fan blade actually overlap the wow just a tiny bit. Before the text was on top of the fan blade, now I made the fan blade on top of the text. Just a tiny, really small, subtle thing that most people probably won't even notice, but I think adds to the thumbnails clickability just a little bit. And really, anytime that you make a thumbnail or a title, it's all these little bitty changes that really can make a huge difference in terms of people actually clicking and watching your video. So I add these to a playlist. So this is about living life with disabilities. I'll just leave it at that. Living life with disabilities. Add a few key tags. Tags don't matter much in terms of your YouTube videos or anybody's YouTube videos, but it's good to add them anyway. So I would say it's about a non-verbal child. About likes and dislikes. That's enough. All the other tags are just standard for our channel. So our channel has lots of things about seizures, lots of things about vlogs. It is a vlog, obviously, disabilities, those kinds of things. So that's about all there. And sometimes I'll look at these and add a few more from these are recommendations from TubeBuddy. So I'll just add a couple from TubeBuddy's recommendations as well. The next, so then monetization, we'll turn that on. I usually don't do sponsored. A lot of times I even leave that off. That's the things that overlay on the video. I don't like the overlay ads. I know whenever I'm watching YouTube, I don't like to see those things. So I usually keep those off as well. I don't even know what sponsored cards are. I have no idea what that is. Next, it asks about suitability. There's nothing wrong with this video, so I'll click none of the above. If there's a seizure in the video, sometimes I will, not just sometimes. If there's a seizure in the video, I'll click the one that says shocking content. In fact, I'll go ahead and just show you, even though there's no seizures in this video. If there's a seizure or if I'm sectioning or those kinds of things, I'll click this one that says light or moderately shocking content, but it's in documentary. It's educational, it's documentary. I'm not showing anything for shock value. If it's for shock value, then you have to click further down. But I always just show things because this is our life. This is a documentary kind of format, and that is our live. Although there's nothing like that in this video, so I'm going to go ahead and click none of the above, submit the rating, and it trusts our ratings are right because we've done this lots and lots of times. So if you've done it lots of times, they trust that your ratings are correct. So, okay, and this is the part that Tara was asking about. So how to add an end screen and what we do whenever we add end screens to our videos. So here is the spot. I click add. If you're joining us, I'm just kind of going through the process by which I usually upload videos. And if you have any questions, let me know. Or if you have questions unrelated to how we do the upload process as well, I'm certainly willing to chat. I just like hanging out with you guys. So here's the end screen stuff. And I always just click import from latest video. I already have it set up so that at the end of the video, I have the picture there. And if you're curious how I got that, you can look at when I actually edited, or when I edit videos, there's a live from like it's like the third or fourth most recent live from this one, and it'll show. I just drag that over. I created that in a image editing program. I always add the verse while I'm actually editing the video, but then to add the end screens, I just click. It's the same thing that I always use. It's the one that imported it from the last video. I will need to go through and find exactly when to adjust the timing of it, because sometimes I'll adjust that based on the song that's playing in the background. I want the song to end in a kind of good spot. So that determines how long I'll have the end screens. So this is what it'll look like. That'll be it. So it's done. I always just use the best for viewer. I don't go into and change that too often. I mean, once in a while, I'll if I mention something at the end of the video, I'll link to a very specific video, but usually I don't. Usually I just leave it best for viewer, and then the subscribe thing. So if you wanted to add more elements, if you have a different kind of end screen setup, you could always click on the element here, and it'll tell you exactly the kinds of things you can add. So you can only have one subscribe thing. So it's already there in this video, so I can't add another one, but I could always add another video if I wanted it. But I just always leave one. And I think that is probably best because you're not giving the viewer too many choices at that point. It's good to give them a choice of watching if they want to continue watching. So I'll have the best for viewer, and Google just knows that. So that actually Google owns YouTube, of course. So YouTube just knows based on a person's viewing patterns and based on a person's likelihood to watch another one, what video might be best for them. So that's that right there. You okay, sweetie? You okay? She's been doing pretty good lately. She's actually, I don't think she's needed oxygen at all these last like 3 or 4 nights or so. She's been doing pretty good. She has been having some secretions though, so that's why I'm kind of watching her, make sure she doesn't need to get suctioned. Whenever she coughs, that's coughing up a little bit of secretion. So I just wanted to make sure that she's okay. But looks like she's fine. So I think that's pretty much the whole process. I just then click save. And the reason I don't publish as soon as I upload videos is because I don't know if you can see it down here, but it says, and maybe I can zoom in on it. It says down here, checks complete. You see that? Checks complete, no issues found. Now, that's kind of like a preliminary checks complete. But like whenever you have any kind of music or any kind of like other clips in your video from movies or from whatever, YouTube is very diligent about making sure that you don't have any copyrighted material in it, which is that's important. That's copyright law and all that stuff. So YouTube is really diligent about that. And so it goes through and checks to make sure that you don't have any of that kind of stuff in your videos. So even though it says no issues found, checks complete, no issues found, that's the very preliminary check of it as well. It continues to check. It continues to check. There's like millions and billions of videos that it's making sure that none of my content is matched up with. Like I'm not uploading anybody else's content. So the reason I don't like publish as soon as I upload a video is, well, two reasons. I like the consistency of an upload schedule, but number two is because even though it says there's no issues found now, in a few hours, it might find an issue. Even though I know, like for this video specifically, there's no issues because I didn't use anybody else's stuff. Except I might have used a song from Epidemic Sound, but I have permission to do that because I have an Epidemic Sound license. But it's good to just let it check for a while. I think it recommends 8 hours. Even up to 24 hours is probably even better. That way there's just no issues whatsoever. Like I'm not going to get an email while the video has been online in public for 8 hours or a day. I'm not going to get an email that says, oh, by the way, I had to take your video down because it contains copyrighted information. No. I'd rather just avoid all that by making sure that it passes all the checks up front. And then when it goes live, I know that I won't have to take it down because of any kind of copyright issue. So that's why it's best to schedule your videos ahead of time. Schedule them at least. I try to schedule them a week ahead of time. That way it gives it plenty of time to run all the copyright checks. Now for this one, I'm scheduling it for tomorrow morning because I'm kind of behind in recording and editing and uploading. But thankfully, I actually do have more videos recorded at this point. I recorded one yesterday. I recorded one this morning. So now I just need to go through and edit these. So that means I'll definitely have one on her channel for Friday. I'll definitely have one for Monday. And I'm hoping to get some more recorded this week so that I can have all of next week scheduled like I really love to do. I love to be at least a week ahead of time, a week ahead on recording, editing, and uploading. That just gives me peace of mind so that if there are ever things that are kind of just surprises that come up, I can know that her channel is it's all ready to go. There's no I can take a few days off and know that her channel will have content that's uploaded. So I think that's it. After I add the end screen, then I just click next. Then, like I said, all the checks it says they're good, but it continues to do it. It says, we'll check your video for issues that may restrict, and it continues to do that. In fact, right here, like I was saying before, these checks are not final. Issues may come up in the future that impact your video. So it continues to check and make sure that there's no copyright problems. So I always just give it enough time to do that, a day at least, hopefully a week. So then it comes up with the visibility thing. And once again, I don't publish them right away because of the copyright issues. So I'll schedule them. And this one I'm scheduling for tomorrow morning. So you'll be able to see this one tomorrow. And I still am thinking about that title, how to know what a nonverbal child likes. I think that is the best. I like that. But let me know. Let me know if you think that's a good title. I'm still learning this YouTube thing. I say that all the time that I'm still learning, but truthfully, everybody's still learning it. Even people like Mr. Beast, like huge YouTuber, he's still learning. he says all the time in interviews that he doesn't have it all figured out. He's still learning. He's still like whenever he's being interviewed by a big YouTube person who knows all the stuff about YouTube, he always says, I should be asking you these things. Like he's still on this quest to figure out YouTube. So I think anybody who's in YouTube understands that. And by the way, that being the case, if you've ever wanted to start a YouTube channel, but you feel like, oh, you just don't know enough, that's perfectly okay. Like none of us have it all figured out, but you learn by doing. So if you upload a video and it gets no views, that's a learning experience. And you learn what didn't work so that you can make it better in the future. And then maybe the next one, you'll get a few views and you'll say, well, this got a few views, but how can I make that better? How can you make it better? And so that's the process by which you're having a YouTube channel is you say, every single video that you make, you want to make the next one just a little bit better than the one before it. And that's how you grow a YouTube channel. So that's part of what has worked on this channel too. It's definitely Raylan's the star. And of course, people are subscribing because she's awesome, but it's also part of the process of just learning what works and doesn't work for a YouTube video that people are actually going to watch. So if you look at some of our oldest videos on this channel, yes, Raylan's the star, but I still had to learn a lot about YouTube and how it works. Hey, Lily, it's good to see you. Yeah, we're just kind of hanging out. It's just a few of us here today. So if you have any questions, I'd love to answer some questions before we go. But okay, so that's the process by which I upload videos. So I'm just going to go ahead and click schedule, and then it's ready. That'll be on her channel tomorrow morning. See, it says video scheduled. Video will be set to public. This is my time, Central Standard Time. It'll be set to public 7 a.m. tomorrow, and then that's it. That's the process. We have on this channel now 10,780 subscribers. Man, I'm so grateful. I think you guys are awesome. Let's see if I'm gonna get out of this now. How do I do that? Oh, here we go. So there we go. Now it's just me and Raylan. So I'm going to hang out here for just a few more minutes. I just really wanted to show the process by which we upload videos. That's kind of the behind the scenes stuff in YouTube. Is there's a lot oftentimes that doesn't get onto the channels, and I realize that not everybody really wants to see that aspect of it, but I know that there are some people who are curious about, like, not just the things that we record for our channel, but all the things that we don't record. And oftentimes it's the things that we don't record, like the editing, the thumbnail creation, the uploading, and scheduling. All of these things can take a lot more time in terms of having a YouTube channel than just the recording part. So like I've talked with many people over the years, especially these last 2 years of having her channel, about it used to be a big thing, a big controversy on YouTube, whether creators will receive ad revenue and money being monetized for having a channel. And hey, Cameron, good to see you guys. And my position of this has always been, of course. I mean, nobody is forcing anybody to watch, for one thing, and for two, it takes a lot of time to have a channel that grows on YouTube. Like, it's one thing if your goal isn't to grow on YouTube, then obviously it doesn't have to take much time. You record a few things, you don't even have to edit them. You can just record one video and upload it, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if your goal is to grow on YouTube, it really does take a lot of time. So I would say to anybody who wants to get monetized on YouTube, that's okay. It's okay to, because it doesn't matter what the topic of the channel is. Your time is valuable. So it's perfectly okay to say, I want to be compensated for your time, the time that you put in growing your YouTube channel. Because it does take a lot of time. So my issue then would be with people who say that, well, you shouldn't monetize your channel. You should do it because you want to. Apply that to anything else in life. If you have a hobby that you can make money with, there's always going to be people who say you shouldn't, but it's your right to do that. So it's perfectly fine. And that's how I've always seen both our channel and other people's channels. If you can get monetized on YouTube, go for it. And especially like with YouTube now, I don't know if you know this or not, YouTube actually puts ads on people's videos, even if they're not monetized. So YouTube is taking 100% of the revenue from creators if they're not monetized. So when we monetize our channel, we're basically just saying that we're giving permission to YouTube to actually share that revenue with us. So I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for all of you who make that possible, who watch our videos and things. Anyway, that was kind of a tangent. I'm not sure how I got off on it, but if you have any questions, or if you're just want something else, want to know more about how things work behind the scenes for our YouTube channel, we'd love to answer those questions. You can leave them in the chat or down below in the comments. You okay, sweetie? You okay? Okay. I think she's all right. Can we suction you a little bit, sweetie? You okay, sweetie? Good. Great. All right. Well, I think we're going to hop off for now. So I thank you guys for joining me this afternoon or whatever time it is for you, wherever you are in the world. But if you have any questions, let me know. And as always, I hope that you're living with hope and joy no matter what the circumstances. God bless you. We will see you again next time.